Good morning. 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 Y'all hear this voice? You'll see this face. You'll know it's 8 a.m. And then when it's 8 a.m., it's time for Solace Saturday. Yay! Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Get up. You know how I am. I'm not parent on a Saturday morning with chores. Get up. Good morning. Good morning, Ebony. I honestly was not expecting you to be on today. I'm praying for the family. I'm praying for the family. Inbox me, please, and let me know what's going on, please. But thank you for being on today, Ebony. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. And welcome to Solace Saturday. I am your host, Cherise Stevenson, your life strategist. And this is Solace Saturday. We are live in my temporary studio of 1490, where what you see is what you get, and what you hear is exactly what you heard. Right? So welcome, and good morning. I am doing what I do every morning. And yeah, sorry about that. Technical difficulties over here. I am preparing and I'm talking and my mind is everywhere. And I was just a little excited to see Ebony on because I was going to mention it and I'm still going to mention it anyway. But I'm glad that you're on, Ebony. I'm glad that you're on. I have a lot to say. There's something that's on my heart and on my mind. And I don't know if we're actually going to get to the book today. I don't know. But just bear with me. We're just going to flow and feel it out. Okay? But let me do my introduction while I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And then we're just going to keep it pushing. Because, again, I have a lot to say. Morning, Tiff. Morning, cuz. So, again, good morning and welcome to Solace Saturday. I am your host, Cherise Stevenson, your life strategist. And we use this platform as a mirror of reflection, not to just look at ourselves, but to look within ourselves. And we use this time of growth and encouragement one to another. Excuse me. And so we're here every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. until, further notice. Some days are good, some days are bad. We don't know. But we don't know what's going to happen, what's going to play out. So from week to week, though, we do our best to be here because you never know who's going to come across this platform. So we are live on Facebook Live. We are live on our Solace Saturdays page. And we are live on YouTube. So please, as you come in, as you come on, please tag, like, share. Comment. Because I like to be interactive with the people. And subscribe. You're subscribing to the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is under my name, Cherise Stevenson. And my website also is under my name, CheriseStevenson.me, M-E. Facebook, Solace Saturday is its own page on Facebook. So Solace Saturday is where you'll find me there. And Facebook Live is Facebook Live, and you'll find me under my name also, which is Cherise Stevenson. Right? Good morning, Rufus. Good morning, Shaka. I have not forgotten you. Hope y'all are behaving. Hope y'all can get some catnip this Christmas. Right? So please, as you come on, invite somebody. But don't share your device. Let them log on their device. So because each one reach one, and their page is their followers and your page is your followers. And we just want everybody to be a part and get what they have for them. Get what you got to get for you, right? So, this is actually week 10 in the book. But again, I don't know if we're going to make it to the book today because I really, really need to talk to you all, right? So while I'm still doing my homework, because you know this is homework, right? Because my staff will text me wherever they are. You ain't doing this, and you ain't doing that, and you... Inhale, exhale, girl. Inhale, exhale, girl. I love it, though. I love it. I told you before, I wouldn't trade my team for nothing in the world. Okay, great. So again, good morning and welcome. So have you all been commanding your day? Remember, we have ongoing assignments. You're supposed to wake up every morning, not just because it's the holiday season. You're supposed to wake up every morning commanding your day, right? Today is going to be a great day because I serve a great God. That's what we're supposed to be doing, right? And then after that, while you're in that same vein of prayer, because it's a prayer, we're commanding our day, but we're really asking God to just take control of our day, right? And then we give thanks. We give thanks for God allowing us to see another day. And we thank God for hot water and for soap and for coffee. Because we think in this day and age, you can't take anything for granted. Why do we thank God for coffee? Because we're in the midst of an inflation, and quite honestly, you really can't afford it, but yet you still have your daily cup. So we thank God for that. Take nothing for granted in this lifetime. I'm not even say this season, in this lifetime. It was just amazing to me. Just a few months ago, gas was $6, $7, and that was back down to 3 and change. And yet God sustained us in this man-made, because that's how I feel, circumstances that we are being dealt with on a daily basis. So again, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome. If you haven't commanded your day, command your day while I'm getting myself together. And thank God for something. Thank God the kids are still asleep. Thank God for something, right? So, I have birthday announcements. I hope I don't miss anything or anybody. If I don't mention it, it's because I don't know. But my cousin Annie, her birthday is coming up, and I want to make sure I say happy birthday to her and give her a shout out with her food network called Annie Accents, ANNIEACCENTS. She does Facebook Lives every Thursday, and she makes incredible meals. And she gives you the recipes and the ingredients, and she goes step by step, and it's amazing. So please look her up, check her out. I told you we cute cousins who cook, right? Remember I said that about my cousin Shantae, who's on Wonderful with her diner. Congratulations, Tay. And then there's my cousin Tiffany, who's on this morning, and she cooks. I told you, this side of the family, the Stevenson side of the family, we cook. So, again, congratulations to y'all, and happy birthday to my cousin Annie. My children's birthdays are coming up. Kitty and Droop, their birthdays are on the same day, and they are 4 years apart. Can't explain it. It is what it is. But I dare not mention them because they're spoiled. They're on TVs. They're spoiled. And so I said it, and I'm being recorded, and they're spoiled. So happy birthday to them. And my daughter niece, Tina, I had to remember her government because I'm the only one that can call her by her nickname. But her birthday is this month as well. And I want to wish my baby a happy birthday. her birthday is after Christmas, but I don't know if we're going to be on Christmas Eve or not. So I just want to make sure that I say happy birthday, right? And I can't think of anybody else right now. I can't think of anybody else. Can't think about anybody else. So if I didn't mention your birthday or I forgot, please forgive me, but I can't think of anybody else whose birthday is December off the top of my head. Oh, my husband, his birthday is the 24th. Trav, who was the father of Kitty and Drew, who was my sister's husband. Yeah, we were sister wives before the show. So it is what it is. Until somebody claims me, he's the husband. Happy birthday to my baby Trav. Mwah. Yeah, I can't think of anybody else. All right, so that's it for the birthdays, right? Because I said I got a lot to say, right? And again, Ebony, who is on, Ebony Wilder, Tiffany Armstrong, Shantae George, Vanessa Bennett. I'm calling out their names because they're all related. They're aunts, nieces, cousins. It's all one family. They have a family emergency and they're soliciting our prayers for the family. Don't know all the details, and sometimes you don't need to know the details. But I know you sometimes, you just ask out of concern. But overall, shout out their names. That's why I said their names. And pray for them. It's a hard thing to deal with, sadness in a season that's supposed to be joyful. And just kind of, it's hard. It's hard. So I just want the family to know that we are covering you in prayer. We're trusting and believing God that He does all things well and His will is acceptable, good, and perfect. So we are just praying that it is well with our soul, that the will of the Lord be done. Okay? I just want to put that out there. So before we get into the book, if we get into the book, because I said I have something very heavy on my heart, and I want to talk about it, and I hope you'll join in the conversation, because it needs to be said. God has granted me this platform to speak and to encourage, and we grow together. Good morning, Auntie. And I want to talk about it. Okay, I need to get it out. I don't know who need to hear it, but I know I need a release. And because I live alone, I don't feel like I'm getting the proper release. So I need to talk to y'all. So I don't know if this is for y'all or if this is for me, but it's definitely for us today. Okay? And this is for Facebook Live. This is for Solace Saturday. This is for YouTube. And y'all just pray as I begin to speak that I say what needs to be said to my audience. This week, I've been promoting mental health, suicide crisis. I've even had the number posted on my page, right? I don't even know if I still have it in my thing. I do. Let me put it up. That's what I want to put up right there. Great. And it's back up there, and it's going to stay up there for a little while we do this platform. And there's always a reason why we do what we do, right? So we discussed that this is the season of heaviness, right? And it's emotional and it's mental, and it's such a controversy because this is the season where we're supposed to be most thankful and grateful and happy, and yet there's this underlining tone of sadness and emotional and distraught, and depression and suicide rages high. It's at its peak during this season of where we should be joyful and grateful and reflecting and reminiscing, and 'tis the season to be jolly. And it actually becomes an internal tug of war because this spirit looms in the atmosphere, and everybody, I'm included in the everybody, has some form of memories of loss or rejection or sadness. And I don't know why, because it doesn't go away, because it's a part of your past. It's a part of your memory, right? So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, right? Maybe October. It doesn't affect us as bad. You may have spurts, but it doesn't affect us as bad. But here comes Thanksgiving and Christmas. And these 90 days, it's like a 90-day period where it surfaces and it hits hard, and we cannot shake it. So we got a choice. Either we give into it, or we just strap in and buckle down and ride it out, right? And this week, unless you've been under a rock, we lost somebody really, really great in the industry. And he goes by the name of DJ Twitch, right? And if you watched Ellen at any point in your life for this last decade or so, you know who this guy is. His name is Stephen Boss. And he was a dancer, he was a DJ for Ellen, the Ellen show, and he started off on the show So You Think You Can Dance. He's a phenomenal dancer. And and I'm taking my time with this because I need you to understand the layers of this and why it's bothering me so. He is an African American male who was 40 years old, who just celebrated his 9th wedding anniversary last weekend. Why did I take my time saying that? I took my time saying that because it's a lot of layers in that, and I have a lot of questions concerning that. Hey, Rhonda, good morning, love. So we do Solace Saturday, every week, and I try my best to pour into you as you pour into me, and I try to encourage you as you encourage me. And this is why I say this is a process. It's a daily process. We're not going to be on top of the mountain every day. We're not going to be on top of the mountain all day, especially those of us who work a 9 to 5, or we have kids, or, we're building a business, or whatever it is, because you have your moments, you have your points, right? Like my point every day is the fact that I still got to get up and go into the office. So I definitely got to wake up and command my day and just focus on God and just get in my place and get in my lane to make it through the day, So this encouragement is daily, right? But this young man, again, African-American, male, 40 years old, just celebrated his 9th wedding anniversary. Beautiful family. You know his wife. You've seen his wife. He always had her on the Ellen show. And Monday, he was with the family, wake up, probably had a cup of coffee, and was like, I'm going for a walk. I'm going out, whatever. And he left. He never came back. He left his home, went to a hotel, and committed suicide. He took his life. He took his life. And it's bothering me. It's bothering me for so many reasons. And this is why I take the time to explain to you that he was a African American male who is 40 years old, beautiful wife, 3 kids, great career, great life in our eyes, and he just left. He just left. And I was talking with someone, and I was like, he was only 40. Who dropped the ball for this generation where they think it's okay or they think they can't make it, and the only outlet is suicide? And this is for the men. I feel like I'm men, and I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Yeah, 2 days after their wedding anniversary, right? Because they just celebrated that weekend. And then that day, how do you go from, babe, I love you, happy anniversary, it's me for you and you for us, and we got the bottles popping and the roses and the candy, and I love you, and ooh, I love you too, and you my everything, and ooh, you my everything too, and then you go and kill yourself. How do you do that? And I'm not questioning him. I'm questioning the emotions. I'm questioning how. I'm questioning it's that emotional tug of war is so serious. It's so heavy. His intentions were great. He tried. I feel like he tried. He tried. And it was just so overwhelming. God, I hope I don't start crying. It hurts my heart for the men. And I got to do this. I hope y'all can just bear with me. I really don't think we're going to get to the book today, but I got to talk about it because I do have a male following. I do have a male audience. And women, if y'all can just bear with me today, I need y'all to help me encourage the men. Again, we are live. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. This is our platform, and I gotta do it. Pressure was pressing so hard from, yeah, auntie, yeah. And my heart is heavy. And auntie, Titi, these men have such a false impression of what it takes to be a man, that when stuff gets hard and stuff gets heavy, they feel like suicide is the only outlet. They feel like a failure. They feel like they cannot do it. And Solace Saturday, me, my staff, my team, my followers, men, we are here to let you know that we are here for you. Men have been given this false persona that they have to be the strong one. They have to be this great substance of strength, and they cannot fail, they cannot fumble, they cannot slip up. It's false. We take away their options to just be human. They are taught from little boys, you better not cry, you better take it, you better suck it up. Don't talk about that. You a punk. You better not cry. Suck it up. And they've been sucking it up, not given an opportunity. Hey, mentor, I see you, Pastor Mitchell. Thank you. They have So they walk around. They walk around like, I gotta do right. I gotta get it together. I gotta be. If I'm gonna be a husband, I gotta be able to provide. I gotta have a job. I gotta, I gotta have, I gotta have it together. I gotta be this person. Everybody's looking at me. Everybody's dependent on me. I can't, I can't, I can't fail. I can't mess up. I can't, I gotta have it together. They have no outlet. So the only outlet is for them to take themselves out. Men, this is not your only outlet. If you are married, right? If you are married, yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you for the witness, Titi. Titi was married. She just celebrated her wedding anniversary, and we're going to continue to celebrate her wedding anniversary, even though her husband is no longer with us. But her husband came from abuse in relationships and stuff, and she had to create a safe place for him. And he felt safe enough to be vulnerable and trust her with her life, and he began to rebuild and restore and he married her, and because he felt safe. And women, we have to let these guys know that it's okay. You are safe here. You are safe in your marriage. If you're, like I was saying, if you're married, or if you're in a relationship, because even to be in a relationship, there has to be a level of trust and responsibility and accountability one to another. You gotta create, say, babe, it's all right. Listen, I got you. We are in this together. And I don't care if you have to say it 5,000 times. Say it, because women, we have walls. We have walls. We have layers. We we um we got that attitude, and that attitude comes from the layers, right? Because that attitude is actually a form of protecting our heart until we are connected to those who we feel safe with, right? But men have layers too, and they got brick walls, and they got stuff that we don't know if they are being abused. We don't know if they're being molested. We don't know if they're being taught to steal. We don't know what's being fed to them verbally, which is why verbal abuse and emotional abuse is so important to me. We don't know what we're getting in the man when we meet these men, and they cute and they fine, and they can cook, they can sing, they can be about their business. They are a musician, they are a pastor, they are a businessman. They got it together. We don't know what they deal with behind closed doors. And if they come to you, if they come to us, women, as a friend, as a lover, as a partner, as a confidant, that is a great thing, because there's trust. And regardless of what we may think, we have to continue to create safe space and place for these men. I don't know why his death is affecting me so hard, but it is, like I said, it's a lot of layers. He's African American. most African American men, they got a streak of hustle in them. They got a streak of grind in them. They got a streak of, I'm gonna make it do what it do, you know? Um, and we just gonna be transparent, be it legally or illegally. They're gonna make it do what it do, especially if they have a family. You know, you know, we from the streets, survival of the fittest, right? Suicide is just not the first option for most African American men. So, for our people, if I may, go that route, it's a lot. And then he was only 40. He really didn't even start really living his life to its fullest potential yet. So, who dropped the ball? Who dropped the ball? Who dropped the ball? Who was in his circle? Who was there? Hey, Jeff. Who was there? Why did he feel like he couldn't talk about it? Why did he feel like he couldn't cry about it? Why did he feel he couldn't go to his bros? Why did he feel, why? It's okay to not be okay. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're the Pope. I don't care if you're the pastor. I don't care if you're the bishop. I don't care if you're the CEO. I don't care. Everybody is not going to have a grand day every day. You're not. I have been on this platform, and you'll know, I tell you, I ain't feeling it. I ain't here today. I don't have the energy for this. I need you. It's okay. Why do men feel like they can't come to somebody and say, I need you? It's not being a punk. It's not being gay. It's not being, you're not being less than a man if you reach out to someone and say, I need you. This is why Solace Saturday is so important to me. This is why me establishing my wellness facility is so important to me. Yeah, we're not going to get to the book today because I really just got to men are human beings first. They are not perfect. The only perfect one is our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. When God himself created the heavens and the earth, he concluded with, it is good. He did not say it is perfect. He said it is good. When he separated night from day, he said it was good. When he separated the land from the sea, he said it was good. When he created us, human beings, when he created flesh upon flesh, right? He said it was very good, right? He never said it was perfect. In all of God's creation, he never used the word perfect. So why do we put so much pressure on our men? Why do we put so much pressure on each other? Do you understand that level of pressure is a form of emotional bullying? Do you understand that? Why does a man have to have it all together all the time. Why? And I'm not saying that nobody else's death is less important, because we've lost a lot of black men, a lot of black male celebrities this year. And they in their 20s, in their 30s, and it's senseless crimes. And like, why do men feel like they have to prove themselves all the time? But senseless death is still death just the same. And prayers go and love go out to those family members who's lost as well. But it's just a different venue when an African American male takes their own life. It has disturbed me all week, all week, all week. And I just, I'm heavy about it. It's just men, my male audience. Again, Jeff, thanks for being here, sweetie. Um, Men, there is help. There, y'all can call me. I could, like, again, I don't know who's gonna come across this live. I don't have to know you. But if you feel like you just need to talk to somebody, you can inbox me. You can call me. Just I'm a listen. I stopped talking to people, or I'm training myself to ask the right questions with people. So I used to just say, hey Neen, yeah, and this is coming from a guy. Yeah, you don't. And this is why I'm here, because I am a safe place. And not to go into business, but you know that. But I've always been a safe place, and I'm going to continue to build a safe place. Um I'm just so stuck on the African American male. It just goes into a different vein when we feel like we have to take our own life. It hurts. It hurts. It's hurting me. It's hurting me. It's hurting me bad. Um, for everybody, it's okay. It's okay to not be okay. Like I said, and Titi taught us a few weeks ago. Um, this season actually has a title. It's the acronym is SAD, SAD, and it's seasonal affective disorder. And like I said, we have our moments. Y'all know me. I grieve my daddy and my brother on a regular basis. You know, this month is the anniversary of my father's death. But I miss my daddy every day. But for some reason in this season of SAD, seasonal affective disorder, it just becomes 3D. And I gotta fight. I gotta fight. I gotta fight. I gotta fight. And those that know me, I'll get a text, I'll get a call. You good? You all right? And most of the times my answer is no, because I'm being honest. And men need to feel like they can be honest. Look, I just got fired from my job. I just got laid off. Look, we're not gonna be able to get little Susie and Billy Bob everything they want for Christmas this year. Look, I'm really not and I'm just putting stuff out there because we will never know what was on the mindset of Twitch. But I know these are some of the things that we as adults, as a people, as a body, and men go through. It could be anything. It could be sexual. they can feel their performance is low. They can feel they're not where they should be according to the time plan that they gave themselves. It could be anything. It could be they feel like they're not pulling their weight as a husband, as a boyfriend, as a lover, as a partner, as a father, as a brother, as a son, it's they need to understand, and I can't drive it hard enough. They need to know it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You're not a punk if you're crying. You're not a punk. It's not gay to get a hug. It's not. It's not gay. It's not. Steve Harvey is one of the people that I follow. I like him. I like him because he's just that guy. He's just that I don't care, you know. And he hugs men all the time. And he has a phenomenal wife, you know. He has a phenomenal wife. Um, but he had his moment of homelessness and depression and oppression. If you listen to his story, and he was one who was living in a car. And it's and now look at him. His jobs have jobs, you know, but that dark season, and he contemplated suicide. Tyler Perry contemplated suicide. There's so many others who contemplated suicide. Thank God they're still here because we wouldn't have all the entertainment and things that we have gotten from them. So what is it that they were able to drive and go forward and hold on? What was it? Some have it and some don't, you know. Last week we was talking about the power of the Lord and his might, right? And that might is the will and the will to do it. It's a mind over matter type of situation. And thank God for my followers. Someone reached out to me and was telling me that the might is the will to do, because it just felt different because of the punctuation, and it's two different things. Then strength and might are definitely two different things. And it's not physical, it's mental. Your will is mental. You just have to fight. You have to strengthen your fight, and sometimes in your fight you have to be still. Sometimes you just have to be still and be quiet and just hear from God. You don't have to be saved and be in a relationship to hear from God. You may not know that's the voice of the Lord because you're not in a relationship with the Lord. So for those who are unsaved, it's your gut. It's your instinct. It's your, what was that? That moment when you have that, who said that? God. But you're not going to know God because, or know that it is God because you're not in relationship with him to understand that's who it is. There's a story in the Bible. Who was it, y'all? Samuel and Eli, right? When God was calling Samuel as a child, but he thought it was Eli that was calling him. So he kept going to Eli. Eli was like, no, I ain't call you. It wasn't me. And when Eli realized it was the voice of the Lord, he instructed Samuel to answer and respond accordingly to the voice of the Lord. So thank you, God, for giving me that story, because Samuel was not yet in relationship with the Lord, and yet the Lord still spoke to him. He was calling him forward. So thank you for undergirding my statement that you don't have to be in a relationship to hear the voice of the Lord. It's your instinct, it's your gut, it's that still small voice that's going to tell you something that you wouldn't think you would tell yourself, to encourage yourself. And this is why we have these Saturday segments to encourage yourself to keep going. This is why the book, sorry, y'all, I didn't promote the books this morning, but this particular book of the trilogy, Unnamed and Unwanted, it is filled with scripture and quotes from people around the world and affirmations that you speak to yourself. Even if you don't understand what's going on or why it's happening, how long is this going to happen? We don't have those answers to the circumstances of life on a daily basis. But we do have God. We do have Solace Saturday. We do have this platform. And I'm just telling you, if you can't, when you can't, or when you feel like you can't, you can. You can. You just have to override that negativity with positivity. If you just strap in and buckle down, somewhere in your life you heard a gospel song or you came across a scripture from your mom, from your grandma, from your auntie, from your Uncle Joe, from Grandpa Duke, from somebody. I don't care. You heard it across your timeline, across your pathway, in school, in the streets. So you heard it. You heard something. Somebody. Yo, you got skills, son. You've heard it. Yo, that was dope. You've heard it. Oh, you look nice today. You may not have gotten it from who you thought you should have gotten it from, but you gotta find it and you gotta hold on to it and ride it out. You gotta ride it out. And it's a fight. It's an emotional fight. And I'm not telling you to do it because I do it all the time, because I do not. I've had a season, the 90s, that was my season, the heaviest oppression, depression, suicidal thoughts. I gave up and was in church every Sunday. Every Sunday, I was in every Bible study. I was in every prayer service. I was there. And I was fighting against what was being poured into me. But somewhere in there, I believed. And that mustard seed is very real, because that's all. You just need an ounce to anchor in and to tone in this. Oops. Sorry, y'all. Just to hold on to and just to get that butt, B-U-T. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I'm feeling like this. I don't have the strength to fight, but God, I trust you. That's why we got to get to the butt. We just can't end with I'm unhappy, I'm not strong enough, I'm not doing well enough, I'm not doing. But if you feel like you can't talk to human beings, you don't trust nobody. I have a very bad trust issue. I do. I'm getting better, but it's a process for me. Talk to God. God is in the atmosphere. God is in the air that you breathe. Men, just talk while you're in the shower, talk while you're driving, talk while you're cooking, talk while you're putting on your socks. It ain't got to be 12 chapters. I mean, a simple, God, I need you. God, help me. God, where are you? God, show me. He will respond to that. He will respond to that. You know why I'm able to sit here today? Because the 90s, that's the, God, but you said I'm the apple of your eye, so I need to be the apple of your eye, and I need you to, because I need you to show up. I need you to prove to me who you are in my life. I taught you last season, hold God accountable, hold him to his word. He honors his word above his name. And we all know, well, maybe we all don't, but there's power in his name. And he honors his word. So in his word, if he says, I will never leave you nor forsake you, then you give him his word. God, where are you? I heard you're everywhere, and yet and you know all things. So you see me struggling. You see me hurting. You see me not being who I want to be. God, where are you? Could you help me? God, help me. I hope someone is encouraged on today. I was going to apologize for not getting to the book because, that's what we do. But I had to get this. I had to get this out. There is help. Someone is listening. And if you would, I am your someone. I am your someone. Me. I'm here. This is why I'm in the process of developing my own wellness facility. That's what I was saying earlier before I was um responding to a statement. I'm training myself how to ask the right questions. So, because sometimes people don't want a conversation, they don't want a dialogue. So instead of saying, you want to talk about it? You want to talk? We can talk. Sometimes they don't want a response. So I've learned to say, do you need someone to listen? So that's me. So I'm here to talk. Those that know me, I can talk all day. But more importantly, I'm here to listen. Thank you, Tiff. I appreciate that. I'm here to listen. I'll text somebody, I'll call somebody. You need me to listen? Because we also have that concept of talking to ourselves is deemed as crazy. It's not. Sometimes all you have is yourself. Talking is a form of release. Sometimes you got to scream. Sometimes you got to cry. So release. Yo, son, you messed up. You messed up real bad. Fix it. Go fix it. I don't know how to fix it. And then that's when you turn to God, because God got to give you the how. Y'all watch these stories, these movies, and they be like, okay, God, it's me. I don't know if you're going to get this prayer or hear me, but I need X, Y, and Z. Could you help? God has no respect of person. God is sovereign. He reigns on the just as well as the unjust. He's here for us all. All of us. Every single one of us. Saved, unsaved, backslidden, reprobated, male, female, young, black, old, yellow, green, Puerto Rican, Chinese, Swahili. I don't care. He's here for all of us. Pronouns. He's here for all of us. Every single one of us. He's here for every single one of us. Because he's sovereign. He is God. You don't think that he didn't know that you was going to choose this lifestyle or experiment with this lifestyle or experiment with drugs? Or you don't think he didn't already know that? And he's sparing your lives. He's sparing your lives because he's waiting on you. So if you're tired and you're overwhelmed and you don't know what to do, and you don't know what to say, and you don't know who to trust, and you don't know what to... Suicide is not the final answer. That's not a good answer. We're not clapping on Family Feud. That's a good answer. Good answer. No. Suicide is not the answer. It's not. Men, it's not. Men, suicide is not the answer. It's not. If you're unsure about this God thing, I understand. I understand. I understand. Until you learn the difference between religion and relationship, I understand. I understand. But he hears you first, believe it or not. He hears you first. He hears you first. Because the objective at the end of the day is to gain that relationship. Men, I implore men, my African American men, I'm challenging you. I am challenging you to not give up. I'm challenging. I dare you to not give up. I double dog dare you to not give up. Y'all can call me, inbox me, DM me, and take me up on that challenge. All right, so you challenging me, so this is what's going on. Okay, let's get it. You challenging me to talk to this God, because until you know God in his fullness, he's going to be a thing, and that's okay. I can accept that. I can accept that. So I'm challenging you to talk to God. I'm challenging you to talk to yourself, because I know it sounds crazy, because you know you that guy, you that dude. I got it. I get it. I'm challenging you to choose to live. I'm challenging you to choose life. I'm challenging you to be a human being. I'm challenging you to be vulnerable. I'm challenging you to drop your guard. I'm challenging you to turn to someone, somebody, somewhere and say, I need help. I'm challenging you. I dare you. Because that's a real man. Me. That's a real man. That's a real man. So take me up on the challenge. I challenge you. I had an attorney. I was in a car accident and I had an attorney. And I think he's Jewish. Could be Italian. He wasn't African American, I tell you that. And we was talking and I was telling him that I was an author and I wrote books, and he was like, well, what's the purpose of your books? And I was like, I want to bring awareness to verbal and emotional abuse. And he was like, oh my God, gaslighting. And I said, yeah. He said, and that's why I'm divorced. I just divorced my wife because that's what she was doing to me. And it didn't matter. Whatever I did, whatever I didn't do, whatever I said, it just wasn't good enough for her, so I left. Men, it's real. Verbal abuse, emotional abuse, suicidal thoughts, it's real in our men. Women, if you are in a relationship, marriage, continue. I know Rhonda said it. No, Aunt Titi said it. I mean, Aunt Linda said it. Titi said it. They were and they are safe places for their spouses. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Outside of your family and your loved ones, keep it going. Keep it going. Let them know. You can come talk to me. You can come talk to me. Or I can accompany you to go talk to someone. Just, we gotta be safe spaces for our men. Men, I don't care what color, what creed, what your financial status is, if you got $1 or $2 billion. There is help. There is solutions. And suicide is not one of them. Suicide is not the solution. Suicide is not the answer. Suicide is not the end all, the be all. There is bigger, better, greater waiting for you. It's already prepared and waiting for you. We just got to buckle down and strap in and ride this wave out. It's going to end. It's going to end. It's going to end. It's going to end. And you are going to see why it was so important for you to make it to the other side of this. There is joy after this. There is happiness after this. We just got to get through this. There is peace after this. It is. It is. It is. So I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you to trust this loud, light-skinned young lady on this live to ride it out. Again, our African American men, most importantly, please, the mental health hotline is on. You can text that number or call them. Call me, text me, inbox me, or just talk to God. We're still praying for the Boss family. We're praying for everyone who's lost loved ones. We're praying one for another. Wow, it's an hour. I try to stay within my hour time frame. And I just pray and hope the men heard me. Be it you logged on or you watching the replay or you watching on YouTube. Suicide is not the answer. It's not. It's really not. It's really not. And I pray that you take me up on this challenge to ride it out, see it through, talk it out. Believe in the God that you are unfamiliar with. Believe in the God that you've come to know. Believe in the God that this loud, light-skinned lady keeps talking about. You just have to do it. Even if you don't know what to do, you don't know how to do that. do that. I don't know what I'm doing. That's a good place to be. Just do that. Because it shows that you're giving a conscious effort, that you're trying. I need you to try a little harder. My men, my African American brothers, I need you to try a little harder. Women, I need us to be a little bit more patient, a little bit more understanding. He's a man, yeah, but he's a human being too. Be that safe space. Be that safe place. Hey, cuz. Yeah. Ride it out until it gets better. Ride it out. We are here. I am here. Ride it out. Ride it out. I promise you, it gets better. It gets better. It gets better. I love each and every one of y'all. I did good, y'all. I didn't cry. I didn't cry. So I'm doing good. But next week, is Solace Saturday. We'll be here again at 8 a.m. And I encourage, I implore, I challenge you to stay encouraged. Reach out, call out, cry out, do what you got to do, but ride it out until it gets bigger, better, greater. Yeah, look at that. There is space for grace in your experience. That's good, Mel. I'm glad you logged on and I get to post that because somebody needs to hear that. And he's a man, encouraging the men, helping me encourage you, encourage us. There is space for grace in your experience. I love that. And we're going to end on that. So until next week, stay safe, stay encouraged, and know that I love each and every one of y'all from the bottom of my heart. Love y'all. Bye.